What
Right.
up? What up? Pre-show
What it do? What
listeners.
it do?
What up? Pre-show listeners. What up, Ron? What up, T? So I was putting on my Eagles hat, man. I was just thinking about the most disrespected players in the NFL. Like like put some respect on their name. And T was just getting into it, man. Go ahead, T.
Nah, a couple names came to mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Jimmy G. I know Bryce would say David Montgomery. I know it's a couple guys, but when I think about it, like there's a difference between being underrated and a guy that's being disrespected. And I feel like a guy like Eli Apple is a guy we often see as the butt of jokes and disrespected. But he's an NFL starter, and he might not be a Pro Bowl caliber guy, but I think he's a guy that starts on more than half the teams in this league. So Eli Apple will probably be my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's I see what you're saying with that. Eli Apple is a guy who gets disrespected, and he probably doesn't even deserve all the disrespect. He's definitely not like top tier, but like you said, I mean, he's still out there starting. It might be for a different team almost every year, but he's still getting a starting spot. Still
Yeah,
getting a starting check.
I think he's definitely got a fair volume of disrespect because just based on the way the playoffs broke down, he was definitely getting some. That's a fair one. I'd have to throw. I think Lamar Jackson is the guy that comes to mind when it comes to guys that get a lot of disrespect. You know, since somebody on the top right has been a prime distributor of disrespect towards Lamar Jackson over the years. Yeah, talking about you. It's all good though. And I feel like that disrespect is passed down. Lamar still gets disrespected, but I feel like now the disrespect has been passed down to one Jalen Hurts, man. I feel like he's the most disrespected player in the offseason this year. People be talking about him like he's some shit, and I think he's gonna prove a lot of people wrong, man.
I mean, Jalen Hurts is definitely on that list. I do disrespect Jalen Hurts all the time. This is a year you now have receivers. Lamar Jackson is another one that I like to. Lamar Jackson is actually the opposite. I respect the guy so much that I hold him to the highest standard, and he doesn't always meet that standard. He doesn't.
All right, well, he still gets disrespected then.
Hey, T is cold, bro. He said I do disrespect Jalen all the time. He's like, that's what we do here.
Um, I'm actually rooting for the kid Jalen Hurts, but you know what I'm saying. I do want to see him succeed, but I don't think he has what it takes.
I think he's got all the makings, man. I don't understand I guess the reluctancy is based on like accuracy, but when you see the kid's working hard, you know what I'm saying? He's a likable guy. You know what I'm saying? He works hard, leads by example. He gets better every year. He puts the work in. He's a good teammate. He passes a lot of the tests. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's got it, but I think he's disrespected either way.
I mean, Jalen
You,
Hurts, like,
you know who? I'm gonna keep it in the NFC East, man. I got a good one. I think y'all are gonna be a little shocked at, man. And it's actually not even on Washington. It's actually rivals, the Cowboys. I'm going with a Cowboy player here. I think Ezekiel Elliott gets a lot of disrespect, bro. And I don't honestly think it's rightfully so. Because when you think about it, the way that he gets talked about, you would think that he's not a top 10 running back every year, top 5 running back every year. You go look at the stats, you look at the games that Dallas wins. I want to say most of the games they won last year, probably like 90% of the games they won last year, Zeke was over 100 yards or Pollard or somebody. You know what I mean? That whole run game in Dallas makes it go, but they talk up Dak, they talk up their receivers.
I
Zeke
mean,
is fairly disrespected for a guy that's really at the top of the game and has been consistently for a few years, other than the year he was hurt.
Zeke top five last year? I don't think so.
top five what?
Top five anything.
I said other than the year he got hurt is what I just said.
No.
Zeke is one of the top backs in the league, bro. But I
Zeke,
mean, this is what I mean. Let the
he's not.
disrespect come in.
He's not. He's not.
He's not anymore.
He's
He
not.
was he was one of the top backs in the league his first maybe 2-3 seasons. But then he started to slow down a little bit, especially since they've been running more of like a committee style. I don't know. I'm not disrespecting Zeke. I just think Zeke is Zeke is Zeke, man. Zeke's got some tread on the tires. Zeke
I
is
feel like
now
if
Zeke
we
is now that
started
used car that's in the family. You keep him in the garage, but you probably driving other shit.
if we started naming running backs, Zeke would still be in a lot of people's top 10.
Top 10
Nah, I don't think so.
on name alone, yes. But
Well,
Not really
there you
top
go.
10.
That alone should tell you that he should have some type of respect.
no,
All
Like,
right,
how do
I'll
you
put
get
it like
that?
this.
T,
He's
how do you
not
get that on name alone if you ain't
all right.
if you should be disrespected?
Zeke
Highly,
not better than Austin Eckler.
highly touted guy in Ohio State comes into the league and ends up on the top 5 offensive line.
I
And when that line fell off, so did he.
what Scruff just said, I think is debatable. Austin Eckler is a very good running back. But yeah, I mean,
Not
like most running backs, they fall off when the line isn't good. Name a running back that like outside of like Barry Sanders that was good with the trash O line. Like that's not a thing.
Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon for like, oh come on. I forgot T is from T gonna throw the old names at me out here.
Corey Dillon was a dog, yo, for Cincinnati.
I don't even know who the fuck
Corey
Corey
Dillon
Dillon
was
is.
Corey Dillon was a dog when I was a pup.
Damn,
Corey Dillon was a dog when I was a pup.
Corey
You don't
Dillon
know
was.
who Corey Dillon is? Wow.
Yeah, we told you about this, my man. You was out there fighting fucking T-Rex with sticks and stones.
Nah, I know Corey Dillon.
All right. So, to me, right at the running back position, when you have a great line, the game's a lot easier, of course, right? What can you do after contact, right? Can you break a tackle? What can you do after you get touched? Zeke is not in the top 10. In fact, you know who was second in the league with yards after contact last year?
Second. That's a very specific question.
It's a very specific question because it has a very specific answer. And the
Is it
answer
Lamar Jackson?
the answer is Tony Pollard.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, that's true. That is
You're not
very
about to tell me
true.
Tony Pollard's better than Ezekiel Elliott.
But he's
This is
not
what I
better than
mean.
Based
Ezekiel
This
Elliott.
this
on
proves
that
my
stat,
point.
based
This
on that
proves my
stat,
point. Disrespect. That's crazy. That's
Zeke ain't
crazy.
top
So
five.
if y'all were coaching the Cowboys and y'all went out there and saw them practice every day and y'all was with them dudes, you telling me that you're gonna start Tony Pollard over Ezekiel Elliott?
I would
That's
have
what you're
You're gonna
telling me.
start Tony Pollard, but you gonna give him a lot of carries.
I would have started him, and I would have never paid Zeke. Zeke would have been off of my roster.
No, you wouldn't
That's
have.
crazy. That's crazy.
This is the NFL where running backs are, a dime a dozen.
Yeah, you would have been getting off one of them
Zeke
Clinton
isn't a
Portis.
dime a dozen though. That's
You would have
crazy,
been
bro.
on the other side of the Clinton Portis deal. I would have been shift. You know me, my guy. The value of the running backs. I've been saying for a minute now. The running backs are undervalued in the league.
Which
I think
also adds to the disrespect of Ezekiel Elliott. If he would have played in a different era, if he would have played in like early 2000s, late 2000s, he would have been heralded as one of the all-time greats. Like instead, we bring him up on a segment where we're talking about players that have been disrespected, and y'all instantly start disrespecting my man, just cementing my point.
I mean,
Who's
Zeke's
your man's? Wait,
style of play does
Hold
not.
on, let me catch G up right quick because G came in late, man. So what we was doing was we were talking about players in the league. Where you go, G? You tipped over.
continue.
We was talking about players in the league that have been disrespected. They're not the greatest player, but they take a lot of heat. I think T said Eli Apple. Scruff had to throw Jalen Hurts in there. But the guy I was going with was Ezekiel Elliott, man. I actually went with a Dallas Cowboy, and I feel as though Zeke is disrespected, bro. Like you hear these two dudes talking about him right now, like he's not good for 1,000-yard season almost every year. Like I don't know, man. Zeke is a workhorse. He's a workhorse back and has been for years now, bro. And I just feel like he deserves credit for that. And this is me, a Cowboy hater. I probably won't say nothing nice about Zeke after this, but I just feel like he gets a little too much disrespect.
Zeke is about as good as Clinton Portis.
All right, come on, bro. You don't believe that shit. I know you don't believe that shit.
Nah, they're equal. They're like mid-level backs. Pretty good.
No,
average.
not a mid-level back. Come on, man.
Clinton Portis was pretty good. He wasn't like, he wasn't Barry Sanders.
Clinton Portis had about 1,700 yards in one season, I think.
Okay.
Something crazy.
Bro, who was Barry Sanders, bro? Like what?
But there's a lot of backs that come through and have a couple good years. Remember Larry Johnson from Kansas City? That boy was a dog for a couple
Yeah,
years.
I would honestly say though that Zeke is probably gonna the pace he's on, he's probably gonna surpass the Portises and all those people of the world. Like that's what I mean. Like y'all are gonna need to put some respect on Zeke's name. He's gonna end with a better career than a lot of your favorites.
No. All right, I'm gonna tell you why. Right, Zeke is like he's like the the old traditional woman that cooks and cleans very well. Like we used to love that, right? Zeke running between the tackles. We used to love that. But this is 2022. Where the bag at? We need the running back that can go catch passes. We need the running back that can go run routes. All right. We need the guy that can go line up in the slot.
All right.
Zeke is he's a dinosaur, man. He's a dinosaur, right? Like the new wives cook, clean, and bring home the bacon. All right.
You know what's crazy though is that Zeke actually, as a prospect, was very well capable of catching the ball out of the backfield out of Ohio State, but he hasn't really been utilized that way in the Dallas offense. That's not Zeke's fault. I feel you.
Kellen Moore is a top 5 coordinator in the league to most NFL execs.
He top 5 based on clout.
Well, look, I like Kellen at Boise. I like how he calls plays. If he's not throwing Zeke the ball, there's a reason. I mean, maybe. Zeke ain't Christian McCaffrey. He's not Dalvin Cook. He's not Austin Eckler. Like, there's guys out there that can make it shake inside, outside the tackles, and in the receiving game. This game is about spread and wide open. I mean,
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I mean, look, the hate is warranted. I would need to see him do something this year for me to say that the hate isn't warranted. And just like Lamar Jackson, I'm holding you to a higher standard, buddy.
All right,
Bruh,
G.
The hate isn't warranted, but yet Zeke is constantly in the conversation with all those dudes that you just named, despite having those receiving yards. Here it is. Zeke. All right, go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna ask you one question. This tell me everything I need to know. Would you draft Zeke in the first, second, or third round of your fantasy draft?
Maybe the third round.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably third.
Second.
Third sounds right.
Okay.
I mean, running backs don't have a ton of value, regardless. Like
I disagree.
a lot of those guys that you named, a lot of those guys that you named are second round picks in fantasy.
Are you taking Zeke over Najee Harris?
No.
Alvin Kamara.
No.
Whoa. Never mind. I'll take that back. I will take. Would I take Zeke over Najee Harris? Who's the quarterback for the Steelers?
Actually, Who's throwing?
Hold on. You're not about to throw no monkey wrench at me like that. Whoa. You could dodge a wrench. You could dodge a ball. Hold on.
It's either gonna be Mitchell Trubisky or it's gonna be the kid Kelly. What is his name? Kelly Pickler. What's the dude's name? From Pittsburgh.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
I forgot. I'm good. The guy they got from Pitt. Nah, I'm drafting Zeke. Fuck that. They're not gonna stack the box. They're gonna stack the box out of Harris this year. He's fucked. He's fucked. I just thought about that one.
Whatever league you guys are in.
I mean, people apparently have been saying that Mitchell Trubisky is decent, so I don't believe that, but I mean that's what I've been told. I don't believe most of the things I'd be told, but that's what's being said.
Big time Trubisky fan here, Tar Heels fan over here. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm riding with Trubisky. I'm riding with Darnold.
All right, so continue this little theory of yours. Continue. So, who else besides Harris?
Dalvin Cook.
Come on, bro.
You're naming top names.
Are you kidding me? Obviously, Dalvin Cook's better than.
I'm taking Dalvin Cook.
Jonathan Derrick.
Who?
Definitely.
He hasn't named one 49ers running back.
The 49. Well, Mostert is.
We're
not talking about. Ezekiel Elliott. I've named 5 guys that I'm taking before him. Christian McCaffrey.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
took Christian McCaffrey before him, but look, that hasn't been the
One,
greatest pick either,
Antonio.
right? So
Who?
let's talk honestly. Let's talk running
Antonio
backs right
Gibson?
quick, T.
That's a tough one. That's a toss up.
Nah,
That's-
that's Scruff hating. Antonio Gibson is definitely over Zeke.
That should tell you
Oh,
everything you need to know.
what?
Saquon
Okay.
Barkley.
No,
That's a toss up for real.
Zeke is arguably the 4th best running back in that division.
nah, that's
Wait,
crazy, bro. Oh
wait,
my
wait.
God.
Who's better than
Oh my
Zeke?
God, bro.
Miles
Uh,
Sanders,
Miles Sanders not better
Saquon
than Zeke.
Barkley,
You're bugging
No,
the
not-
fuck
Miles
out.
Sanders isn't better than
Fuck
Zeke
no.
either.
No,
Antonio
yes.
Gibson.
and Tony Pollard.
So Scruff, you're telling me
Oh,
that you think
wow.
Miles Sanders is the best running back in the NFC East? That's what you're saying, Scruff.
Now,
think
why we
Jalen-
gonna let him say
I
that
think
shit? Why
Jalen
you gonna
Hurts is the
say
best
that
run-
shit?
I think Jalen Hurts is
That's
the best
wild.
running back in the NFC East. How about that?
I love that answer.
How about that? And then Miles Sanders is second. But nah, Saquon Barkley might be the answer.
Saquon is not better than Zeke, man. That's T just disrespecting Zeke. But hey, man, like
They're on the same level.
how
Gibson,
Saquon plays
it's really
football?
arguable. It's like pick your poison. It's like pick your poison. They're all equally good.
The hate is warranted.
Nah, the hate is not warranted for Zeke, man.
Zeke is a top 5 back. He's not.
I said top 10.
Sure. He might be 9 or 10. He might be rounding up 9.
Yeah, I said when I originally said it, I said top 10. I mean, you literally named all the top backs. Like, of course we're gonna take a Dalvin Cook over a Zeke.
He named like damn near 10, but yeah, it sounded like a little
Give
backpedaling
or
going
take.
on.
Give or take. Fucking take.
I swore you said top 5 earlier before G got in here, so I don't know. Maybe my ear.
Don't worry, we got some new young backs coming to the league that, you know, Zeke.
Nah, it's true though. Like the 49ers will just rotate somebody in there who was just like fucking washing cars last week, and he'll just
Well, that's the
Now you have like one of the best offensive linemen. What's my boy from the 40? What's my boy
Trent Williams.
Terrence? Yeah, there you go, bro. When you have that man opening the gap for you, you can throw any kind of running back. Are you gonna tell me Trent Williams ain't that kind of lineman that you could just throw anybody behind him? Look, he made Deebo Samuels look good. And Deebo Samuels was good already.
Hold on.
Nah, yeah, he the best lineman in the league.
Trent Williams could possibly be the best left tackle of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's honestly in that conversation.
And the crazy thing about it, you fuckers fucked up. Wait, how you go? How you go this way? Yeah. Wait, am I sure? No, this way. This way. Whatever. You Washington football team, you guys fucked it up. You Commanders fucked that up. I don't know how y'all fucked up that relationship. That could have been a cornerstone for y'all guys.
The dude that I mean, first of all, he was a cornerstone for us. Like what? He was on the squad for a brick. But secondly, the dude that fucked that up is out the door. So
they tried to make the man play with cancer in his head.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh my god, that's true. Holy shit. Oh, that was. Oh damn, I totally forgot about that word.
Wait till we get to the show. Trent Williams left, Bryce Harper left, Juan Soto leaving. If you a generational talent, you out of here.
You get the fuck up out of there. Word. Who the fuck wants to stay in DC? Only Nick and Bryce and Rome.
Stay in DC.
Yeah, I take back the Zeke pick, man. My new pick for most disrespect is just the fucking city of DC, bro. It's the most disrespected thing. Like any player that comes to DC, T is gonna disrespect you, bro. I'm telling you now.
I don't disrespect Chase Young.
Yet, let that man do something good. Watch what happens.
I'm waiting.
The season ain't started yet.
I met Antonio Gibson. Good guy.
Nah, he's a good player too. You just got to hold on to the rock.
I don't hate all the Washington guys.
All right, man. Enough disrespecting for today. Well, not yet. Actually, for the pre-show, we gonna get the proceedings proceeding. Thanks for the pre-show listeners for tapping.